Hello everyone, my name is Akantayo Adewale, and this is a behind the scenes on the Unreal Engine animated short I created called Atunbi. I was originally inspired by an up-and-coming book series called Neo and Nubia that I've been working on with my partners, and I've been tasked with creating the animated version of the series. It's a story about these preteen fraternal twins and their Nigerian friend who are unknowingly being tested to bring to light the true history of mankind. And it's a fantastical story rooted in African history, the diaspora, and there is a STEM learning component to it as well. And in the pilot, we have written, there is a scene where the twins travel back in time and come across a building called the Hall of Forever, which holds all of the history of the world. Now, while that was the inspiration initially for this short, the actual story ended up being about a frog that finds its place among other animals and the symbolism that they hold in African culture. And in this case, a frog is known to symbolize rebirth and fertility, and that is what the Yoruba word Atunbi means, which is born again. And it's interesting how the name came about, which really wasn't until the end of the project when my CG Spectrum mentor, Gabriel Paiva, mentioned the frog becoming immortal, and then I just ran with the idea. I knew I wanted this to be a jungle scene, so I began to pull together reference images online, but was looking for even more inspiration. So I ended up using Midjourney to imagine both visually interesting environments as well as using prompts to imagine some fantastical African architecture. I think the specific prompt was building shaped like an infinity symbol with African architecture, and I really got back some amazing results. So I searched the marketplace to try and find something similar, and when that didn't produce results, I decided to just build the model myself, and I took full advantage of all of the modeling tools directly inside of Unreal. The remaining assets were from the marketplace, including Quixel Megascans and Sketchfab, and with the exception of the frog mask that you see towards the end of the short, all of the masks I used were photogrammetric scans from various museums that made their exhibits available through download through Sketchfab. And it's quite an amazing resource, very, very high quality and historically accurate models that are essentially being made available to everyone for free. Now, for the frog mask, I couldn't find any assets online that really fit the part, so I used Midjourney again to imagine an African carved and wooden version of the mask, and Midjourney gave me some really absolutely stunning results. So first I tried to replicate the mask using Unreal's modeling tools again, but that was really taking way too much time, and it really wasn't the best tool for this sort of sculpted level of detail. So then I tried using Kadem.com, which is supposed to be an AI-assisted platform, to create a 3D version of a 2D image. And the results I got back were somewhat underwhelming for what I was willing to pay. And since the texture output was in beta, I would have to spend a lot of time separately getting the textures created and then mapped properly to the UVs. So I didn't want to spend too much time doing that. And so after a bit more digging, I came across the site monstermash.zone, which is a super simplified 2D to 3D online platform that gave me enough of the shape I was looking for, as well as a texture map that I could use to wrap the mesh in Unreal. The added bonus was that the cinematic lighting that Midjourney created on the texture matched enough with the lighting for that particular shot. And considering I knew that this would be a wide sort of sweeping shot, not getting really too close to the model, I had just enough fidelity in the texture to sell it as a detailed model. Other than that, I used what I know about cinematography and lighting to try and weave a story that would be engaging and interesting, and I hope that I've been able to accomplish that. So thank you for taking the time to check out this BTS on my animated short, Atunbi, and if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to share. In the meanwhile, keep creating and stay dope.